say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Future Health. Do you know how GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutides can help you lose weight? Find out if they're right for you at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail.
I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just 1 visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just 1 visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Wawa Rewards members can enjoy $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Your music, radio, and podcasts are on our free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, January 13th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From a Los Angeles fire bombshell to a man falls victim to a $100,000 scam and a shocking warning about Dolly Parton. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. What's happening? And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Just send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. Thrown off. How about you?
Yeah, we're a little bit late today for some of you. Yes, the best up for the first hour. But here we are. We had a meeting today, a big meeting. One of the times where everybody goes into iHeartRadio and you're like, you still work here.
Yay.
And you still work here.
Sabrina wears blazers. But then I ripped it off and got back to the leather, baby.
Yeah, you did. You did like a business and then now, rock and roll, kind of switch up.
It's cold outside. So it turns out, as cool as I looked, the forearm of my arm was very cold. That's a little bit about me. Yeah.
Frosty out there. But we had to go to an all-hands-on-deck meeting this morning. And now we're able to get back and get the show started here today a little bit later. Here's one of the problems. We thought we were going to be gone longer, so we told Amy Kaufeld we had to bump her to later on in the show.
Yep.
And then it felt weird to ask her to come back on at the regular time. So now we're just like...
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Kind lady.
We're in this awkward in-between zone where Amy Kaufeld will be joining us in about an hour on the show.
So she's just sitting at work, waiting.
Oh, I hope not, C-Lane. She's not waiting for us, is she? I really hope not.
I would hope not.
Because she's been there since 6 a.m. I can vouch for that, if not earlier.
No. C-Lane, make sure she's not waiting for us. I would feel so bad if she was just sitting there in the studio like, oh, God, these idiots. What are we going to do here? How's everybody's weekend? Did you have a good time? Anything interesting happen that I missed?
No, I mean, it was good. I definitely enjoyed myself.
What do you mean that you missed? Where were you?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I was here, but I wasn't there with you for your weekend. I wanted to know what happened.
Well, I took the inside Christmas stuff down. But then after I was done with that, I was like, I don't feel like doing the rest. So it looks like the outside's still going to be Christmas for a bit.
Courtney gets real judgy about that. You better watch out. She goes around the neighborhood.
There's a lot going on, man.
She's like, they still don't have their Christmas decorations down. And I go, some people like to hang on to Christmas a little longer.
I'm not the last one in the neighborhood. I'll be damned if I am.
No, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of people that are still with the Christmas decorations up.
Ashley had that taken care of, most of it before I woke up on New Year's Day.
What do you even do around there?
I do a lot of stuff around there.
What do you do? You put up the funky lights on the outside of your house, and you Google how you can set your Christmas light show to run DMC. That's what you're doing around that house. What
There's also a baby to raise, ass.
She got everything done before you even woke up?
She got a lot of it done before I woke up.
All right, let's get started. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a man in Palisades in Los Angeles. Of course, this is an area that was hit by all these wildfires, half of which seem to have been set by hobos. Don't understand that. That's a little
they arrested
insane.
Like 30 some odd people now.
I don't know what's going on with that. Who's so insane that when there are fires all around them, like, I'm going to light more fires. Where is this person even coming from?
When opportunity burns.
I guess so. Is that just a crazy person? Is that a person who wants to literally watch the world burn? I have no idea. But this person has returned to their home. And the thing is, they had to evacuate, and their dog Oreo was stuck at the house during the wildfires.
No.
They
Why
weren't
would you take
allowed
the dog?
to return. I don't know. They were, like, the guy wasn't able to get to his dog, and he had to evacuate, and they had said, leave the dog there. Oreo stays at the house, sir. Oreo stays home. And this guy said, oh, my God. And so he's freaking out for the last couple of days here, watching the fire engulf home after home in Palisades. And he shows up with some camera crews to see if his dog is a charred mess of burned remains or an actual dog. And luckily, his dog is alive. However, this guy is a bizarre human being. So let's watch his reaction. Here we go.
It's Tika Tika! It's Tika Tika! It's Tika Tika!
Oh, okay.
Hi, Boo Boo!
He's talking through the gate to his dog. His dog, which has survived this fire, and it was a very interesting man. Go ahead.
A very fluffy dog, too. So
Yeah, he's got a-
that looks like a coat that would...
Flammable.
Yeah.
It's a flammable dog.
Would
Yeah,
go up
this is
immediately. So he found a good spot.
I don't know my dogs, right? But maybe a Pomeranian or something
That is
adjacent
not a
to that.
Pomeranian?
So definitely a fire hazard, this dog that he's screaming at.
Fire! Oh, honey! Oh, honey! Oh, my God!
Oh, it is a Pomeranian. Look, much bigger.
Honey!
This is a lot for the news.
He's running around in circles.
I'm sorry, why couldn't you bring your dog?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, that's a very tiny dog. Could fit in a backpack. Why'd you leave your dog?
This man
We're going to
is-
make this scene right now.
And then he starts shouting out NBC and the news crews.
You're scaring yes!
You can take him back.
Oh, thank
gotta go
you,
to the
Jesus! Oh, thank you, God!
we're putting it all out there.
Where's NBC? Where are you, Liz? Thank you! Oh, honey, thank you! Oh, God almighty! Oh, Jane!
All right.
Look at the dog. Look, go back to the still. Dog's like, should have stayed inside.
You're probably wondering how I got in this place.
The lady's screaming that he was scaring the dog. And I'm
Yes,
like,
yeah.
I think the dog's used to it if it's actually his dog.
This man is, I don't know. He's just
Can't do that for very long.
Jane!
Thank you, Jesus. He says, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, NBC, which is like a
One and
Ricky
the
Bobby
same,
prayer. I don't know what's going on with this guy. So they said he didn't abandon his dog. Hang on, here's the news story that goes along with, just so we can know whether to yell at him or not, because I know a lot of people were going, what a monster. This guy just left his dog. Man reunites with dog in emotional video after evacuating Palisades fire. Thank you, God, he says in the quote. A California man cried tears of joy. Everything autoplays on these garbage websites. He cried tears of joy after being reunited with his rescue dog, Oreo, whom he feared was lost in the fire. NBC's Liz Krutz shared the video on her Instagram. His name is Casey Colvin. The fire's still only 11% contained. We'll talk about that in a bit. I met Casey Colvin the first day of the fire. He was in distress, trying to get back to his home to get his two dogs. He wasn't home when the evacuation order was put in place, and he was desperately trying to get back home to get them.
All right, no neighbors, no nothing.
I don't know. I guess there was
So wait,
nobody.
that wasn't Oreo that we saw. That was Tika Tika Tika, which makes a lot
you're
more
right.
sense.
Yeah, his two dogs, Oreo and Tika Tika Tika, which is who he was shouting out.
What a dog name.
It's too long, isn't it? Your dog's name can't be like three things long. It's too long.
Carl Bosker Ambra is my dog's full name. When
Would
he's in
you
trouble,
scream that at him if he was running away from you in a park?
No, not necessarily, but if he was perhaps...
Bosker. What's Bosker mean?
Bosker was his original name
Let me
from the
tell you
rescue,
something.
and they said we already had an Oscar, so we put a B in front of it. And I go, that's
God.
I'm going to move that to the middle part because I like weird names, but that's weird.
You're gone a little too far with this. So I look at all of this and I go, there is no evacuation order that could keep me away from getting my dog out of my house.
Hell
I'm
no.
sorry. I'd be like Rambo going in there. I put the black underneath the eyes, and I'd be going through the fiery brush and making my way over to Free Lady from the fires. I would do everything. I would do. I don't know that I would be kept out.
Jane specifically, and I could help you.
My God, there he goes. Tika tika tika, safe from the fire. Mark safe.
Tika! Jane, where are you, Jane?
I get it. I would be thrilled too. I just don't know if I would have this same reaction. Not that I would even be in the position he was in, I think. But this gentleman.
It's Tika Tika! Hi, Boo Boo! How's the fire?
How was the fire?
It was hot, Dad. Where the hell were you?
Asshole, how was the fire?
Jesus, man.
That is not something you should say with such a cute voice.
It's like your family calling you up after a hurricane. How was the hurricane? Did you have a good time? No, it was hot and hell-like. I didn't want to deal with any of this.
I thought I was going to die the whole time. Couldn't find you anywhere.
Not fun. Well, we got a lot to go over. We'll touch on the fire stuff some, only because I have sort of a pet theory here. Not a pet like Tika Tika Tika, but a different one.
Theory.
When they start saying things like the wildfire is 3% contained, 5% contained, 11% contained, I start to ask questions, and I want some firefighters to chime in today, even though you might think I've shamed you on the show as of late. Don't let me get to you. I want to honestly hear from you. My pet theory is that we can't actually fight wildfires. My pet theory is that we really can't do. We just kind of wait them out, and then we spray some water on them. We fly over with a plane or something. But it seems like it's a really impossible thing to do.
When it gets like that, with winds like that?
Yeah. Because you hear they're like 11% contained. So every firefighter in the western half of the United States of America is actively trying to put out this blaze. We've got planes from Mexico and Canada and everywhere around, all fighting this wildfire, and we've managed to get to 11% contained so far. It doesn't sound like we're actually able to do this. I don't think we have any silver bullets when it comes to fighting wildfires. I think it's just once the fire gets big enough, you kind of have to wait it out, or you hope that...
Till it hits the ocean?
You hope it hits the ocean, or you hope it hits like a freeway or something, and you have a big enough of a block that you can get a hold of things. I just don't know that there's a ton that we can do because they've got everything going. I'm not going to sit here and say the firefighters don't know what they're doing. Nobody's better at doing it. It's literally in their name. They're the firefighters. That's what they do. I don't think it's a lack of water that's making it.
Well, they can turn the cloud seeding back on, right? Turn the cloud seeding
Have we
back
gotten in touch with the leftist liberals that were controlling the weather here in Florida?
They're controlling it this way, I guess.
No, Sabrina, I saw a post that said that one of the reasons for the fires is because they stopped cloud seeding.
Oh, got it. Sorry. Can't catch up.
The Real Water Boys of Central Florida says, when they say 10% contained, it means the area you're in has a 10% chance of seeing containment. That's not right. I know a lot of things.
That's a good one, though.
It doesn't seem right. Sean gets shown these California politicians getting busted in their lives in a world salad. We did. We talked about this last week. All of the politicians that seem to drop the ball here. And they say, well, it was this or it was this. Everybody's pointing the finger at everybody else. And none of them are good TV politicians during emergencies, which isn't super hard. I mean, just roll up your sleeves and say you're helping everybody out the best you can. Go out and help people who are trying to fix the rest of their house and people who are preparing for fires. Get out there with a water hose in your hand. Do all these simple things. All these politicians in California suck at it. You know why? Because they've run basically unopposed with their party. It's a one-party state. They've run unopposed forever. So when something goes wrong, you don't know who to blame. It's all your friends everywhere, right? All the people who have the same letter by their name as you do. You're all of the same political party, so you don't know strategically who you're supposed to crap on. In fact, the fire chief started crapping on the mayor, and the mayor damn near fired the fire chief in the middle of all of this.
You're fired, fire chief.
Fire the fire chief in the middle of these blazes.
That would have been
so close.
A ridiculously bad look in a sea of bad looks for that mayor.
Yeah.
When they fire chiefs, do they spray them down with a hose?
I don't know. Some sort of ceremony.
Thing?
Yeah, I would hope so. I think that it's hard to battle wildfires, to say the very least. I think that a lot of the stuff we do kind of makes us feel a little bit better about doing it. I think, and again, firefighters, tell me how wrong and how dumb and how wrong I have all of this. But I feel like one of the biggest determiners over whether or not you have a house that survives a fire and a house that doesn't is mitigation efforts. And the mitigation efforts, the biggest one seems to be that, like all these houses built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they're not just lumber. When you saw the house in Malibu that was still standing, with the houses to the left burned down and the houses to the right burned down, and just that one house was still standing, it was a block house.
Concrete.
It was a concrete house, a house made of concrete. And in some places, that doesn't matter. In some places, it may even be semi-beneficial to have a house that's made of lumber as opposed to block, and the framing of the house like concrete, stucco kind of build to a house. And you might say, well, we have earthquakes, so it makes it so the homes are a little bit more flexible. And firefighters know that your biggest worry in California is not an earthquake. It's the fires that you see routinely. Happens a lot. All these houses burn down, and the newer houses seem to stay up, and the houses that are built long ago seem to completely and totally burn to the ground. That's just my take on it. Firefighters, send me straight, all right? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send me a dispatch. Tell me if I got any of that right.
Take that link out of your recycle bin and just use it again.
I may have offended some of them last week. I didn't mean to offend. I love firefighters. My uncle was a firefighter.
Oh, there we go.
We heard that speech before you.
Yeah.
The other speech.
But he was a firefighter.
I have plenty of black firefighters.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
My uncle was a gay firefighter.
I got a gay uncle too. I have uncles, Sabrina, strategically placed across the spectrum. So,
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, I'm protected no matter what comes up.
That family reunion must be lit.
It is. Yeah, it's a wild time.
Till the uncle shows up.
The village people.
We want to hear from you. You can send us a dispatch by recording yours, video or audio, over at thenewsjunkie.com, or send an email, anonymous or otherwise, to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, when we come back, a man falls victim to a scam. This guy wasn't a dummy. This could happen to you, and it robbed him of $100,000. So if you, listening to me right now, don't want to see $100,000 disappear from your accounts, you might want to be there when we get back, because we're going to talk about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways, although on I-4 you could expect those regular congested areas in the Champions Gate area and the Lake Buena Vista area. There's slowdowns on Orange Blossom Trail near the Ramp Junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. And there's an earlier accident on Colonial Drive near the East-West Expressway. Just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Once upon a time, I was in an exclusive cult run by powerful elites. That cult was Hollywood. I escaped and created Red Pilled America, a storytelling show that tells the stories Tinseltown ignores. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment in product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. Join me and former NFL quarterback Matt Castle for our new podcast, Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle. Between us, we have over 17,500 passing yards, multiple New York Times bestsellers, and one Mirrorball trophy from Dancing with the Stars. So where else are you going to find a show with that much athleticism and football insight? Listen to Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app and search Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle and start listening.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
Out of $100,000, it can happen to you, or more importantly, maybe your parents, right? These are the things you need to focus on and go, wait, I need to be aware of these kind of scams so my family members don't get scammed. We'll get into that momentarily. First, I hope you guys can commiserate with me on a few things that I'm dealing with.
What's going on, man?
One is, I have to tell you.
Can't commiserate.
Courtney is the best. She's just the best, but she's got some real weird things that she does. Some real strange stuff going on. I have never experienced this in my life, but Courtney, when she wakes up every morning,
with a smile on her face, is that weird?
No, she not that. And she doesn't wake up mean either. It's neither one of those. She wakes up, I don't want to say aggressively, but it's like she snaps awake all of a sudden. And she wakes up every single morning. Have you ever seen anybody who does this with a question?
Hello?
wakes up and asks a question.
Who's there?
I'll give you an example,
Is
Sabrina.
it the same question?
No, it's always wildly different.
Okay.
Okay. Yesterday, I'm sitting in bed and I grab my laptop because I'm working on something. And she is sleeping and she snaps out of her sleep like she always does. And she goes, can you bring a cactus on an airplane? And I go, what? She said, she just kind of goes back to sleep a little bit and doesn't say anything about it. She snaps awake every morning.
Oh, God. I love Courtney so much.
Like this weird question every single morning.
And what'd you do? Open new tab and get her the answer? I hope.
I didn't know what the answer was. And she kind of went back to bed. She does it every morning. She'll pop up immediately and she'll go, can you bring a cactus on an airplane? And
well, can you?
I don't know. It's always a question like that. It's like I told you when we were walking and she goes, who was the first person to ever wear shoes? And I just go, I don't know.
I believe it was Jesus, Courtney.
Who was the first person to wear shoes? I have no idea. I don't even know where you get this information. And I don't know. I didn't end this with any kind of resolution. I just wanted you guys to commiserate with me because that's how my mornings start off.
TSA allows plants, but some of the individual airlines do not. Like Delta prohibits plants, seeds, or soil.
Yeah.
See, there you go. That's all you had to say, Sean. And then she can go back to her slumber.
And then I wonder, like, what was your dream that you popped out of it and that was the pressing question on your mind? Ryan on YouTube says, don't give the terrorists any ideas. We don't want the cactus attacks. We don't want that happening. All right, let's see here. There's a man who has been scammed out of $100,000. We don't want this to happen to you or perhaps your older relatives. So let's see what went down here. This guy's name is Bob Hoven. Bob is 77 years old out of Port Orange, and Bob is sharing a painful lesson after losing more than $100,000 in a complex scheme involving a fraudulent stock buyback. There's one every week, folks. There's one new thing every week that they try to scam you with. They try to get you to give them their password. They try to get your down payment on your house when you're making that. There's just scams every inch of the way, no matter what your journey is. He says it's really a ton of money that's gone. It's just devastating. It's been a nightmare. I want to give some credit to this guy, Bob, for coming out and telling his story, because when you come out and tell your story, it helps other people to not get scammed. And I've told many of you, if you've listened for a long time to this show, I told you that my dad got scammed by his therapist out of money. And he was so embarrassed about it that he didn't want to tell anybody. He didn't want to come forward and say,
leaving the therapist to scam more people.
Right. Yes. And I get it. I get, like, you feel like you've been outsmarted when you've been scammed. But there's a reason why all these people exist, why they operate like this. It's because they get clever and it works. It works when they try to scam people. So Hoven was approached by a supposed real estate company claiming to represent his timeshare company, Diamond Resorts, which had been acquired by Hilton. The crooks told him he was owed stock in Diamond, and Hilton wanted to buy it for $61,000, a surprising windfall for a stock he didn't even know he had. This realty company offered me to sign a contract, and they would broker selling the stock for me. The company sent him a contract and asked for a 10% payment of $6,100 as a broker fee. So he pays them. And the scammers, once they find out you're dopey enough to fall for initial scam A, they will hit you with scam B, C, D, E, all the way down the line. They will keep going to bleed you of your money. And so then they said, well, we need a recording fee, which is going to be $4,884. And Bob pays it. Bob goes, here's the recording fee. They go, well, Bob, hold on a second. We just realized, we checked the numbers here. There's a corporate tax that we have to include, which beyond your broker fee of $6,100 and your recording fee of $4,884, this will be a $22,000 corporate tax. And Bob says, boy, this is really piling up, but here you go. Here's $22,000.
What does Bob think he's getting for this?
Bob thinks he's getting a real big stock buyback, and he's going to get wealthy when he pays all these damn fees. Then they say, Bob, we got your corporate tax, we got your recording fee, we got your broker fee, but we haven't gotten a ledger fee from you. And we need to make sure you pay your ledger fee. So that's another $15,000. They said, and
That's it. You're going to get your money, and then on to another demand, another demand, another demand. And Bob paid $104,000 in fees to these people. Now, some of you are going to abandon Bob at this point in our journey. Some of you are going to say, Bob, this is Darwin. This is survival of the fittest. You got parted with your money because you were too stupid to realize that you were being scammed. But I say maybe Bob just trusts people, maybe a little too much. And he forked over all of this money, ending up with $104,000. So when any of this happens to you, go to your accountant if you have one. Talk to other people before you make any of these decisions. I've seen people do that in my life where they go, hey, I heard there was this awesome deal, and all I have to do is go get some gift cards from Target, and if I give them to these people, I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. And you go, whoa, pump the brakes. I heard on the News Junkie. I heard that is a scam that's very common out there. That scam is so common now that if you go to the gift card section of grocery stores, Publix,
there's signs everywhere.
It literally says if somebody told you to come here and buy these gift cards, do not do it. And you're being scammed, it's very likely a scam. There's a lot of scams that are floating around, and Bob is not alone. So make sure you're being very careful with your money.
Somebody tried to get me to do the gift card scam once.
Did they?
Yeah,
when on the air?
I did the thing where I like wasting their time, so I keep talking to them.
Yeah.
And they had me I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to the Apple store now. I don't remember if I think I was texting with the person.
Yes, and they were all caps screaming at you, if I remember correctly.
I kept going, it says I shouldn't give you the number. They're looking at me weird. They're like, the guy's like, don't tell the manager what's going on. I was like, how do people fall for this?
Because people trust human beings. There's a lot of decent people out there, and they don't think they're getting scammed. I used to watch people when we'd be sitting at the bar, and these young kids would come in, and they go, we're trying to raise money for our middle school. We're selling magazine subscriptions. And I'd see somebody pull out their wallet and big smile on their face, like, just helping out the middle school.
Sean went, no porn, get out of here.
I said, these kids are scammers. They're scammers, these little kids.
Okay, but I'd rather give them the scam money than whoever's calling me from.
We really did sell magazines in middle school. You know that, right?
And gift wrap and cookies.
Look, the magazine thing is a scam. It's a scam 9 times out of 10 when these kids are like, oh, we're raising money for our school. They're trying to get your money from you. Did you subscribe to some magazines from little kids and never get them, C-Lane?
No, I sold the magazine subscriptions.
Yeah,
that's what it's based on, the fact that it did occur at one point in time, and that's where the scam originates. But now, if you see these kids roaming around, and I remember this happened one time when it was like a Wednesday at 1 p.m. or something.
Of course, they give them some time off of school.
That's not happening. There's no way your middle school said, all right, everybody take Wednesday off.
High schools get out pretty early on Wednesday.
These kids were like maybe 11. They were young kids, and they were street kids.
Kids.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like Aladdin, C-Lane.
They were kind of Aladdin-esque. They were, yes. You say in jest, but yes, I embrace it. They were like little Aladdins who knew how to separate people from their money.
That's fine. I appreciate the hustle, entrepreneurship.
Of scammers? I can't appreciate the hustle of scammers.
They're not going right to a call center. They're going to, do well for themselves in the future, I'm sure.
Well, I'd rather keep it in the United States of America if we had to keep the scam money somewhere. I'll be patriotic about it. Yeah, I'd rather keep it here. Let's see what we got with your dispatches. We can work one or two of those in real quick. And I asked questions about the wildfires to firefighters, and Wildfire sent in a dispatch who is a wildland firefighter. This is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Here we go.
Hey, News Junkies. This is AJ. I'm a former wildland firefighter for the U.S. Forest Service in Colorado. You are partially correct. We don't necessarily fight the fire as we do contain the fire. In a situation like what you have in California, it'd be virtually impossible to do a straight-on attack to that particular type of fire. But yeah, so that's that.
All right, thank you. Appreciate the information. Anybody else with some advice or knowledge on that? As always, send a dispatch or send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of dispatches coming in. We'll get to more of those in a bit. We got to talk about this child star in California that unfortunately passed away. How did this person die in the wildfire is kind of a big question. But we'll get into that in just a bit here. And a man arrested for doing the unthinkable, and I do mean unthinkable almost so much that we can barely tell you this on the radio.
Okay.
We got all of that on the way. We got the next episode when we come back with Sabrina. So let's figure out what's happening there. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? According to Mel Gibson, Passion 2 is going to be an acid trip, just like Revelations. Am I right? A multi-billion-dollar lawsuit says Moana was stolen, and Ohana means family is about to be filthy rich. I know it's not the same movie. Plus, how would you like a pint of ice-cold, crisp, raw, dull butt yeast? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
How do you guys sit when you relax? I sit like a woman because I cross my legs lengthwise, knee over knee. You son of a bitch. I hate Jack Bradshaw.
I grabbed a pen.
Yeah, you grabbed a pen so you can make a time so that you can pull I sit like a woman. Yeah. And I just gave it to him again.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon we'll have mostly cloudy skies, a couple of showers north of Orlando, otherwise a high close to 70 degrees. We'll have rain rolling in after dinner tonight and a couple of downpours possible. This is going to usher in cooler weather for our Tuesday with highs tomorrow only in the low 60s. For the balance of the work week, we'll see highs in the mid 60s. Finally warming up to the 70s for this coming weekend, but at the cost of more showers, especially Sunday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Donald Trump just days away from being president yet again. So if you want to know what's going on in his presidency, you need to download and listen to the Ben Ferguson Podcast every day. We will break down his agenda items, the executive orders. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain? I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction.
That's the Frank A way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
This is Ashley Iconetti from the Ben and Ashley I Almost Famous podcast. Did you know that Future Health can help make weight loss resolutions come true? When it's about biology and not willpower, it's not your fault that dieting just doesn't work. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes and for less than $3 a day. 8 out of 10 users say that using Future Health programs is more effective than anything they have ever tried. I have a family member who has tried for years to lose weight, and no matter how much she cuts out the snacking and the bad foods and how much she moves, it just doesn't happen for her. Well, with Future Health, they give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey, and from there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
In the world of entertainment and beyond, Celine, get off of that website. There are things that I wrote 20 years ago. Do not read these things. Stay off of old stuff that I wrote on the internet a long time ago, despite what people are saying in the chat room, for God's sake. Do not pay any attention to them.
That's how you get attention paid to it.
No, that person must have been a plant. This person popped into the chat and they said, hey, is this a guy from blank? And it's something I did like 20 years ago. And Celine goes, let me look that up. And he's over there reading these peak cringe blog posts.
Wait, like stuff we have not gone over in the past?
Yes.
Celine, please send it.
No, don't send anything along. We're not going into this, okay?
Really good. A lot of episodes of... there's even a picture of you in here.
That shall
this was
remain
before
buried.
Our time?
Oh, yeah, this is like 20 plus years ago.
Frosted Tips? Or this is like by yourself?
Celine, does it say when it's from? Does it say a date on that?
Yeah, Monday, October 15th, 2007.
2007. All
oh
right.
My God, I was 17.
Long time ago.
We could do this for the next episode. It's very entertaining, is it not?
No. That must stay buried. Keep it buried. Bootsy says, I looked that up too. No, leave it where it is.
Share it. Put it on the
Leave
web.
it where it is.
Put on,
We've got an
easy link.
We've got a lot to get through today, so let's get into it. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just can't find my damn Elvis song, so.
Oh, I can wait if you need time to get your Elvis song.
I guess it's all gone now.
Okay, here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Born in Australia, I got the Tourette's now.
Hey! Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey. Oh, okay. Now I have to do the dance. Hold up.
That's what you get, Sealand. Is your buttons broke now? Your buttons are broken because you're getting on websites you shouldn't be on, all right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the reason.
Oh, the next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. There's a website you should be on. It will never crash. It'll only just make it rain good tidings to you and everyone that will be living in your dream home. Perhaps people that are living in your dream home currently and you're looking to refinance. Start the process today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the vote. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
It was a mere 23 years ago, 2002, while watching a game of sports.
I do like some sports.
It was at the White House, and a president by the name of George W. Bush choked on a deadly what?
Oh, wasn't a hot dog.
To the point of passing out. This is a deadly piece of something stuck in Georgie's throat.
Damn it, I knew this at one point,
Yes,
and
you
I
did.
have
Come on.
forgot because my brain can only hold so much.
It wasn't a hot dog.
Wasn't a hot dog. Was it a meatball?
It was not a meatball, no meat involved.
Damn it.
A shrimp?
It was not a shrimp, no meat involved.
Shrimp is fish.
Or seafood. As no is not once alive. It was a pretzel, deadly pretzel stuck in George W. Bush's throat.
Hang on, meat doesn't refer to fish? If I'm talking about, isn't it fish meat? Isn't it still meat?
Some people do, yeah.
It's in the meat category?
You're just so quick to say that it's, that it was it just was a pretzel, so be wary of those and keep an eye out for George W. Make sure he chews all his food all the time. It was 22 years ago in 2003, though, that he wasn't choking on anything but his search history. One of the guys from
CSI.
This band.
Oh, The Who.
The Who is right, and who you may be asking? Pete Townsend. Townsend. Why is there an H? Townsend. He was arrested on this day for, quote, accessing child porn on the internet.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, because the cops bought his excuse for doing research. And he
said afterwards, he was like, I'm researching a book that I'm writing on my life. And the cops were like, sure.
How to not get caught writing porn for dummies or watching child porn. Anyways.
The book's about your life?
Yeah. So, wait, whose life? Let's talk about real life, guys. We got fires going on.
Okay. Talk about fires.
And now we got the latest on the Southern California wildfires and what famous people houses they are affecting. Because, I don't know, it's right there in my entertainment sources.
I know Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag.
Gone.
I know that their house is burned down.
What did survive was the pot in which Spencer makes the nectar for the hummingbirds that he feeds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's important.
It made it. So, two famous TV homes have been destroyed. The house where the Roy siblings were shown strategizing for season 4 of Succession. This is a niche audience. And the estate that was used for the side mansion on Hacks. That is completely gone. By some miracle, James Wood says his home is still standing, even though I believe we saw him hysterically crying on Fox News.
Yeah, I thought that was wild. They said somebody had told him your house is burned down, and he mourned his house, and then he went back and he said, well, son of a bitch, my house is still here. It was still there.
Not the same story for Jeff Bridges, Mel Gibson, and Anthony Hopkins. Not so lucky as far as their houses go. Ricky Lake's house, I guess it's fine, but she would like to remind you that the destruction of her home was foretold months ago by Hollywood medium Tyler Henry. Did he really do that?
I don't know.
You know who Tyler Henry is, though, right?
I've not heard of him.
Never heard of him.
No.
Celebrity medium. I don't want to assume he's gay, but certainly comes off as a little gay.
Does he have a TV show or something?
You've seen him, but he also is very. I saw him on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
It's always the clips, but I'm
he's
sure
a
he has
social
a
media
TLC
guy.
show. But yeah, I guess he said months ago that Ricky Lake's house was going to be destroyed in a fire. Jennifer Gardner's home has not been touched, but she says she lost a friend who didn't evacuate in time. She's also been helping feed evacuees. Other celebrities doing their part. Snoop Dogg turned his Inglewood clothing store into a donation center. Halle Berry said she was packing up her entire closet to donate. Angelina Jolie has been stocking up on supplies for people staying at her home. Kim Kardashian's Skims is donating clothing. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What kind? Or are we just about to see a bunch of people walking around in Skims?
Generally speaking, clothing.
Okay. Because that would be hilarious. It was just a bunch of people in like skin tight underwear and bras that suck everything in. As we move on, Paris Hilton launching an emergency fund for people who have lost their homes. Country stars Cody Johnson, Zach Top, and Riley Green are signing guitars to raise money for police officers injured in the fires. Chuck D wants people to stop using Public Enemy's Burn Hollywood Burn in videos of LA fires, please. And Corey Feldman isn't one of those fools who's just going to flee with the clothes on his back. He rented a 15-foot U-Haul in case he has to evacuate. And speaking of burning guitars, Guitar Center is now at least offering, we'll see if it comes through, because I imagine it's a lot of guitars, they're offering to replace instruments destroyed in LA wildfires.
Okay.
So that program runs through February 28th.
That I had the certain instruments?
Or you just like show up with just the stem of the guitar?
Sealand's about to singe some old clothing and just show up at a Guitar Center.
I can't play no more. God, man, time is flying by. An animator has now accused Disney of stealing their idea for this.
Moana.
Moana is right. And how far will animator Buck Woodall go to prove that Disney stole his idea for Moana and Moana 2? Real far, at least as far as a court goes, because he's now reviving these allegations that Disney stole the idea for Moana from his screenplay for his animated feature called Bucky.
Okay, it's very different than Moana.
Little flag on the field. Way different, but there you have it, Bucky. And
now there's a company in Texas who's going to have some questions about that one.
Bucky also follows a group of youngsters in an ancient Polynesian village, defying their elders, embarking on an epic adventure, facing off against shape-shifting demigods. Disney, of course, has denied the charges, but he's saying, oh, you want to deny it? How about I sue you for $10 billion?
Yikes.
So we'll see how that goes in court. It did not go well back in 2022. And finally, damn it, this is exciting as far as anyone who is a fan of country and this group right here. Wait for it. There we go.
The Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
R.E.M. Mashup.
Yeah, a little bit of a mashup. I'll go to the trap remix. They say the Wiggles are releasing a full country album, y'all, called Wiggle Up, Giddy Up. And it's going to feature Dolly Parton, Lainey Wilson, and other stars. Comes out in March. And they just released a song featuring Dasha. And you can give it a listen with your children or by yourself if you're a weirdo adult. On the Boob Tube, we got football, baby! The Rams and the Vikings. Series premiere of Bailin' Out Loud on TLC. It's a reality show about a woman with Tourette syndrome. Watch what happens live. Robbie Williams and Julia Stiles. And you can catch Bad Bunny on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, I know the timing is a little different, and this might throw you a bit sideways, as it will us today, but we're an hour late because of a all-hands-on-deck iHeart meeting this morning, which went well. It was an interesting and good meeting for all of us, but here we are now.
That's good.
Yeah, we didn't get fired. That's good news. And we will get to our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. She'll be joining us. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Monsters kick off 2025 with their first big party of the new year, Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Presented by Mills Air. Get the details now at realradio.fm/events.
It's pretty mellow on most of the major roadways, although there are still some delays on I-4 approaching the city between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Construction continues where Universal Boulevard meets Destination Parkway. There's a depression in the roadway where Bronson Highway meets Nova Road, blocking some lanes. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Once upon a time, I was in an exclusive cult run by powerful elites. That cult was Hollywood. I escaped and created Red Pilled America, a storytelling show that tells the stories Tinseltown ignores. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term, lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Looking to the new year, right? Going to get healthy. A lot of people want to do that. How healthy is your heart? Do you know? Man, sometimes you don't know. Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. Life Imaging FLA can get you a heart scan and find out how your heart is. Early detection of heart disease is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. And I have so many listeners from the Monsters and friends of mine who have been to Life Imaging FLA, got the free heart scan, and found out they had blockage. Saved their lives. That is a true story. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Remember, there's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. And when you talk to them about the free heart scan, ask about cancer screening. That's super important. If you catch cancer early, it's an easier fight. If you catch it too late, not as easy. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Start the new year off right by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Fibrex doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors will last longer without the need for frequent replacements. And they're customizable. Choose from a variety of styles and finishes to match your home's aesthetic, with each product custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. Here's what Tiana had to say about her experience with Renewal by Andersen. I am beyond impressed with the work done by Renewal by Andersen. The quality of their products and the expertise of their team truly exceeded our expectations. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen to anyone looking for high-quality doors and windows. Thank you for transforming our home. For January, Renewal by Andersen is offering save 20% on your entire project, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato.
Wow. Your future Olympian. And your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism,
It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2025. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way so you can buy with total confidence. Welcome to 2025. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. Your love. Altamont, Waterford, and Millennia.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1, any size iced coffee for $2, and a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose one, two, or all three. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream on your free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the News Junkie radio show over on the website. Where's that? As you may have guessed, thenewsjunkie.com. I know this is going to throw everybody off a little bit because we're an hour later than we generally are, but we can't put the opportunity to hang out with our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 aside.
Amy.
There she is. Amy, I'm so sorry that we were late here today in our scheduling because of a meeting. But I do want to say, just for the record, did Sealand reach out to you and make sure you weren't just waiting for us at the studio?
He did. Yeah,
Okay.
he told me you guys were busy, and he was like, do you still want to, he's like, asked if we could do 1 o'clock. I said, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
I don't miss opportunities to hang out with you guys. It's like my favorite thing, you know.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
And these are my favorite because of you.
When we got out of the meeting early and we were starting the show at 12 anyways, we just had the impression that maybe you were sitting there waiting, and we would have felt horrible if that was the case. Because I know you get up early. What time did you wake up this morning, Amy?
See, this morning I got up at 4:30, but I flew to New York this weekend.
I know.
And we were dealing with some serious delays, so we were actually behind schedule getting home and behind schedule getting there. It was not a good weekend for flying.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to get back to Orlando at like 8:45, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll be home, hopefully in bed before 10, and then the flight was delayed an hour, so I didn't get to bed till like 11:30.
I saw that. Tired this morning.
Yeah. I saw you posting this weekend. Courtney's going through her Instagram stream, and I look over and she's like, oh, Amy's in New York. And I go, she's in New York? Is she going to be back on Monday? She gets it all done. She gets it all done.
Really
she
does.
goes, she does the vacation. She goes, what were you doing in New York?
Hamilton on Broadway? That's awesome.
It was really good, by the way.
Nice.
Like if anybody wants a good to-do list of what to do in the city, and we had a blast. We packed a ton of stuff into a little less than 48 hours. It was really fun.
What was the best thing you did besides seeing Hamilton? Because that's cool.
That was awesome. So Hamilton was up. We went to Ellen's Stardust Diner. If anyone's been there, that is where have you been there?
Yeah.
It was amazing. It's like where all these Broadway singers, they perform while you're eating. If anybody's been to Ed DeBevick's in Chicago, it's kind of like that, but these people are way more talented.
Yeah.
It was super cool. So that was fun.
It's weird, Amy, because I've been to this place before. There's so many talented people in New York that aren't maybe working in these giant Broadway productions. So some of them use their talents to work at these breakfast places, this breakfast place. and they do karaoke. Amazing voices, amazing talents. While you're eating, so they'll go to your table and they'll be like, "What's your order? You want white toast or wheat toast?" You say you want grits. You want that. Oh, hold on, and then they'll go to the stage and sing a song from Wicked or something, and then come back over to your table. It's crazy,
and you're just blown away. Like you're like, I can't believe that voice just came out of you. You know what I mean? Like they're so good. They have like a little stage, like a little runway.
A long time for food though. Like if you just got your order in and then they're up for karaoke, you're like, okay, so I need to tack on like 20 more minutes.
Sabrina, it's funny you mentioned that. They do tell you that you should expect to wait because your server is like actively, like taking part in the show or like singing. But it was quick. We probably had our food within like 15 minutes and you're so entertained. Like you don't care. Like I would have loved to have sat there for hours. You know what I mean?
Sabrina and I saw a bartender at Vegas that could multitask just a little better. Like sing the songs and pour drinks and run your tab at the same time.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was an expensive tab, but it worth it.
This is a whole performance, man. It's something else. And you'll see people who are just sitting there waiting for their ketchup or some more napkins or something. This person's kicking ass on the stage. That's a good time if you never done that.
It was
before.
awesome. That was fun. And then we did this super cool thing called Summit One Vanderbilt, which is where I swear it was like a 30-second elevator ride from the bottom all the way to like the 92nd floor. And it's 3 levels. And you have this gorgeous view of the city. And then they have this room where they have like these like mirrored balls, like where you can like play with that. And they have like the ledges, where you're like literally standing over the city. There's like nothing under you except glass. That was really cool. So
what was the occasion?
What else? We just wanted to do something fun with the girls because Caroline's graduating this year, and we thought this would be a fun little girls' weekend trip. And
I love that.
So yeah, it was good.
Now,
it was good. We had a good time.
Your daughter is graduating this year, and it's a big moment in parenting, obviously. Are your kids planning on hopping back into the nest, or are they just launching right off into the real world?
That is a great question, Sean. I don't know the answers to that yet. I'm hoping they're not planning to hop back into the nest. But, because you want them to like go out in the real world and actually experience it, right? I don't know. We haven't broached that. Kate's only a sophomore at Florida State right now, so we still have a couple years to figure that out.
Oh, boy. Well, it looked like you had
Fingers
a blast.
crossed.
Go follow Amy.
It was good.
On all the social medias, search for Amy Caulfield, Fox 35, and you can see what she's up to because she's always up to something fun. But then you get back into the seat this morning and you start tackling things. I know a lot of people have been talking about the wildfire and stuff.
Yeah,
what was the big story for you this morning?
I would definitely say the fires. We were anticipating that Glen rocket going up this morning. That did not happen, as you guys probably heard. So for those who are not familiar with the Glen rocket program, it's kind of similar to what SpaceX does. They want it to be very reusable, like SpaceX is with the Falcon 9. This is a heavier lifter than the Falcon 9, which might be why they're having some trouble getting it off the ground. It's not as big or heavy as the Falcon Heavy, which is another rocket that SpaceX has. But it is more substantial than the Falcon 9. So, but they're having issues. We were supposed to send this thing up on Friday morning. It didn't happen. And then it was rescheduled for this morning. It didn't happen.
Because the whole thing
they're just
is
saying
like,
there's some anomalies.
With SpaceX, every time one of them, things didn't go well or exploded, their announcement was, well, now we've learned and we can send up the other one.
Right.
But from what I understand, Blue Origin doesn't want their stuff to blow up. They want to make sure it's perfect before launching it.
Hell of a strategy there.
See if it pays off.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. And you're talking too about the Starship, which they're actually doing another test on Starship on Wednesday. That's the one that they have been testing out in Texas with plans to eventually bring to Brevard County, which is right off the Space Coast. So that's an even bigger, heavier rocket. That's the one that's exploded a couple times. They've been more successful in their most recent ones. But yeah, it is kind of a competition, I think, between Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. They really are kind of trying to do the same thing. What's interesting about what Musk has been doing with the Starlink satellites is that we're now seeing the Starlink satellites be put into use in these disasters. So we saw it during Hurricane Helene when it devastated the Appalachian region, right? And they brought in these Starlink satellites on the ground that they could communicate because people lost the cell towers. They couldn't communicate with people. They were like in this dead zone. And now they're doing the same thing out in California because the same thing happened, right? The cell towers are gone. Right. So we're actually seeing, and to me, that's cool. It's like we talk about these launches all the time, but then you actually see what the purpose of it is.
Yeah, for sure. I saw him the other day and I said, this doesn't seem like the right response. He goes, if you're a Tesla Cybertruck driver, go drive around the areas where these wildfires are going on and make your car a Wi-Fi hotspot for the people who are left behind.
He donated a bunch of, or lended a bunch of Cybertrucks to send them out to like charging stations and use them as hotspots for people who don't have Wi-Fi at the moment.
Huh.
Okay. I thought, shouldn't they just isn't there a way they could just open up the satellite internet thing and then everybody could connect to that? It sounds like they're working on that too.
Yeah.
You would have to have a satellite phone.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the goal is to eventually get 70,000 Starlinks into space. Have you guys ever looked up and seen the Starlinks on a clear night?
One time.
Have you actually seen? Isn't it crazy? Isn't it the freakiest thing, Sabrina?
One, I did not realize what they were, so I'm like, this is it. I am seeing aliens. And fortunately, my girlfriend was right next to me. I'm like, do you see this, or am I going crazy? And then we saw they were all lined up, and then they disappeared. And then when I Googled it, it was like I just happened to catch as they were going by in orbit. And there's a website dedicated to wherever you are, position in the earth to see it fly by, and mine was a rare occasion.
I think I've seen an app like that where you point it at the sky and then it shows you which satellites are kind of around you or flying over you.
That's
and
cool.
There's a lot of stuff up there.
Nerding out right now.
They had a lot of really early apps like that for stargazing.
Yeah, because they thought that's what everybody was going to use their smartphones for, and then they didn't realize, just dumb stuff.
For stargazing.
But Sabrina, it's funny you tell that story because we had a similar experience. We were outside and Caroline was, I don't know, it was a few years ago, but my daughter Caroline was out in the yard and she was like, Mom, what's that? And she's pointing up and you could see them streaming across the sky. And I literally had the same thought as you. I was like, this is it. Right. I was like, it's either an alien invasion or there's some foreign entity that's coming for us. I didn't know. And I did the same thing. I Googled streaming lights across the sky. And that was the first thing that popped up. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And a little bit of disappointment came over me where I'm like, I thought I saw aliens. Damn it.
Yeah. With Amy, she's like, I better get ready. I got to go report on this. I got to go to get the television show running here. What else grabbed your attention this morning, Amy?
Well, we talked a little bit about the wildfires and how the Starlinks are being used to help out in California. You guys, the numbers are just horrible each day, as you know. The death toll is getting worse. We're now up to 24. And that's just, these are just ones they know about. To me, it feels reminiscent of, when there's a really bad hurricane, especially we saw that with Ian down at Fort Myers. You remember that a lot of people stayed in their homes that weren't anticipating the storm surge being that bad. And then they later found them, sadly, not that they didn't survive. So I just have a feeling because there's so much damage and it's so widespread that we're going to see that again. So it's 24 that we know of right now. And they're talking about major Santa Ana winds again today, about all the issues that's causing, how it's spreading to different areas like Brentwood and other parts of, other parts of Hollywood. And I don't, it's just a bad situation. So we're monitoring that coverage. You can imagine, we have a Fox station in LA and they're exhausted, right? It's only a week into it. It's kind of like what we go through with hurricane coverage, but longer. And where's the end? There's no end in sight.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one of these people who they said died in the fire, Rory Sykes. They said former child star dead at 32. And I guess they were on some British television show. And when I see somebody dead at 32 for wildfires, maybe it's just me, but that seems incredibly preventable. I think this sounds like somebody who just stayed much longer than they were supposed to and then found themselves, I guess, surrounded, because there's no shortage of warning time here. They are telling people in any of these areas to get out. Unless you're disabled in some way or elderly, it seems like a 32-year-old should not be dying in a wildfire, but yet we see these numbers continue to climb here.
Yeah. The other fallout from this is that they ended up moving the Vikings-Rams game to Arizona. I don't know if you guys saw that. That game was supposed to be played in Los Angeles, but they just said there's just no way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you do any kind of major event in Los Angeles right now, because all of the law enforcement, the firefighters, everybody is just taxed and maxed out right now. So they have moved that game, and they said they're going to try to make the Rams feel at home there, which I thought was nice. I don't know what you do if you live there. I think you would just feel helpless. Like you want to help, but what do you do?
Yeah, I got to tell you, there was a video I saw. I don't know if I can find this on short notice when fire started. I'll try to find this. But in California, it was like the moment, just like maybe a couple of minutes at the most after the original fire that went into the Palisades was started, there were these hikers who were up on the hillside. And they were right there. And this, at the time, it was just like a little cloud of smoke that then grew into this giant fire that burned out all of these houses and so many acres since that. And I thought when I watched that, I go, oh, God, I'd hate to be one of these people. I'd hate to be one of these people because they were running down this path and they were kind of smiling because at the time they were like, whoa, crazy. There's a fire over there. There's some smoke over there. And they're smiling. And in retrospect, everybody who's watching this video is going, those people are smiling. They must have started this fire. And they're trying to locate who they are and dox them and all that stuff. And I go, oh, this could be really bad for these folks.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
Right. But imagine that's everywhere. And there was, I think you guys probably saw, there was, some guy walking around with a blowtorch that was intentionally setting fires. I mean, I just can't, I just can't imagine. Obviously, some of these fires, they're now talking about some electrical issues that may have been the cause for at least one of the fires, but there's so many of them.
Yeah.
There's no, as far as containment is concerned, we're nowhere near anywhere that we're going to see containment. And just interesting, they've been talking about. Right? That's like nothing.
Yeah, it's some of them.
Not passing.
Some of them that I looked at on California's Wildfire's website, they were still at like 1-2% contained. Some folks are saying
contained means, that's the other thing. I think, a lot of the stuff is like, fire. I don't know. Nobody knows what that means. Well, containment just means that they've got a perimeter around the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that they have, they're making a lot of headway in batting the fire down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just means that they're like, they like dig a trench around it so it can't like jump over.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that the fire is out. So this is just like basically a way for them to try to control it. And we were talking a little bit about, the Department of Forestry here in Florida and what they do to try to prevent, we always complain about prescribed burns and how stinky it is. And, you can smell it. And sometimes they do get out of control, but that's the reason they do those things, is to try to prevent what's happening right now.
Yeah. Another thing that I saw that I didn't realize was such a big problem until I heard about it. And I go, oh, that makes sense. They're saying when let's say you have a hillside full of homes and those homes start to burn. When 1 or 2 or 3 of those homes goes, all of the plumbing also is involved in the fires. And sometimes the plumbing burns too. And then the water is just leaking through what's left of this house. And so that also is a drain on the water that they're trying to utilize to put out these houses.
Yeah, you have no pressure at the top.
Exactly. Yeah, that becomes another thing. I didn't even think about that. It's just a reality of life for these folks now. And I always get blown away, Amy, when I see it's not just one fire. We're talking about a bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of fires that are burning all at once here.
And once it is all contained, and God knows when, that is a lot of air quality issues that is going to take a while. People are going to see long-term effects when it comes to their health, and getting back to where they were will be years from now.
Yeah, that can't be good at all.
That's a good point too, Sabrina.
All
Yeah, that's
right.
terrible. And they're already so concerned about that out there.
Well, we are so sorry that we had a delayed interaction with you
I'm so
today.
glad we got to chat.
Yes. And next time, I want to see you get on that stage and sing in New York City at that time.
That is not going to happen.
I think you got it in you.
These people are amazing. If anybody's going to New York, definitely check it out. It's very reasonably priced. It's great entertainment, and you might have to wait in a little bit of a line, but totally worth it.
Amy,
Ellen Stardust.
Amy, do you have a karaoke go-to if you are put in that situation?
I feel like it's a Cher.
Oh,
maybe a Celine.
I don't know.
ABBA.
I haven't done I haven't done karaoke. I do. I love me some Dancing Queen. I don't know. Like I haven't done it in a really long time.
You try to keep your distance?
I've got an idea for
I try
Good
to
Day
stay away from the
Orlando
karaoke.
segment.
Yes. Ratings through the roof, Amy.
go,
We got
baby.
this going. All right, there she is, Amy Caulfield. The best of the best, and you should be hanging out with her every single day with the crew on Good Day Orlando. No matter where you're listening to this show, you can go to the website, fox35orlando.com, and that is one of the main sources that I use when I wake up each day. I go, what's happening? What's the weather like? What's going on in the world? And Fox 35 Orlando can help you out and teach you those things, which is great. All right, Amy, we will see you next week.
Can't wait. Love you guys. See you soon.
All right, she is the best, and we love talking with her. Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. When we come back, the worst neighbor of all time, and I do not say this lightly. I'm sure your neighbor is bad, but your neighbor has nothing on this person. Wait until you hear this story. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I don't know, and I can't think of one that
There's got to be something out there, but it's just really hard.
What?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
The right lane's being affected due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before Ivanhoe Boulevard. Traffic is backed up from Michigan Street there. Just move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Traffic is also slowing down on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by thenicklygroup.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenicklygroup.com.
Did you know that reaching your weight loss goal is easier with a doctor's help? Future Health, the best online weight loss program, can connect you with doctors to aid your weight loss journey. Get started with an easy 3-minute survey at tryfh.com. That's it. Tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds like Ozempic or semaglutide are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail.
I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Here we are right in the face of yet another year. 2025 is here in front of us. And over the last few years, I've heard a number of unbelievable testimonials from people who use Life Imaging FLA, saving their lives. Guys, let's start off 2025 the right way, making sure that your long-term health is in play. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, they can do that for you. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And remember, this entire process only takes a few seconds. There are no dyes or injections. You don't have to take your clothes off, but the information you get can change your life and even save your life. And be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Make that appointment today. It's easy. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Whatever you do, don't wait. Start off 2025 with the most most information you can get about your long-term health care. And do that with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge.
The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge?
Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling?
Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-Week Challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Orlando Magic fans, on the move, don't miss a play. Listen to the complete Magic broadcast coverage every game day on 96.9 The Game and the iHeartRadio app. Sponsored by Greenway Kia. 3 locations, 1 great experience.
I love it.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
It's so easy to use.
The live radio dial, presets, scan, plus lyrics, podcasts, and your favorite artists' radio.
Just type it in, and there it is.
Now it's even easier to discover what you love.
I love my presets. Adding presets is so much fun.
This looks really nice. Just in time for the new year, the new and improved iHeartRadio app. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
Very cool update. 5 stars, guys.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com. It's all right there, just a click away. And you'll find the links where you can subscribe to the podcast for free on iHeartRadio. Okay, we're going to get into you and your comments in a moment here on a show that's shorter than normal because we had a big iHeart meeting earlier and new bosses being introduced. We're hanging out with some people. Somebody who I worked with a long time ago in radio, a guy named Mark Chase, is
very nice
one of our
man. I
new
like
bosses, nice guy.
I like how he talks.
He's one of those guys. He's not like your buttoned up, like, I'm going to use office language all the time kind of guy.
No, right
Mark
off the
Chase,
bat, F-bomb.
He'll drop something where everybody goes, whoa, okay. All right, the room's loosening up.
Here we go.
What I like is if that happens, if you ever have a boss that curses and then when you curse too, you're still kind of risking a little bit. You're like, that is effing crazy, huh? Right?
And all of a sudden they're like, I'd rather you not speak like that. And also,
please
button
be
up your shirt,
professional.
please. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I
Get
agree.
it together.
Total bull ass.
Just you look around and go, can I get away with this? He's a smart
still
guy.
awkward.
Mark Chase, a very bright radio guy. So
I introduced myself, and he had very kind words about you.
He
Said
is
one of his favorite people, and I go, well, me and C-Lane are with him on the show as well.
It's probably weird when you're in his position because you have to meet 20, 30, 40 new people all at the same time.
And I think it worked out that y'all know each other, right?
Hopefully, yeah. I told him I want to connect with him and run some stuff by him with the show because I think that we have some really big opportunities in 2025, and it's good to have people like that who are aligned with the kind of thinking that goes on around here. Okay, let's see. We'll get to you in your dispatches. Send yours over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. And before we touch on that, I want to touch on this because this is absolutely wild. This is the worst neighbor in the world. I don't care who your neighbor is, the person that you live nearby. This is first just a stairwell that we're watching.
Okay.
And you'll see here. All right, you hear that? That's the neighbor in question who's going to be making his way down these stairs. Here he goes.
Stomping around. All right. Look down.
This person has been arrested, by the way. I'll tell you for what in just a moment. Here he goes.
Oh, that's
He's got
not
a
nice.
knife, and he completely stabs till it's totally broken.
That's not even the next door neighbor.
No,
From
no, this
upstairs?
is somebody else. I don't even know if he lives in the building. This guy was just like an absolute nightmare of a human being. And we'll get into some more of the details on him in a second. But this says from Channel 2, they say a man has been charged in a random and unprovoked fatal stabbing of a 14-year-old boy in the Bronx.
I thought for a second, fatal stabbing of the ring cam.
No, this is the actually physical violence that that escalated after this initial incident.
Did he stab the camera to try and get away with stabbing the boy?
We'll find out more here. Caleb Rios was on his way to school. That's the young boy. 14.
Oh, that's awful.
14 years old. He was on his school at the Bronx Leadership Academy on Friday when he was approached by this 29-year-old Waldo Mejia, who suddenly and unexpectedly stabbed him in the chest. No connection to him, no reason to do this, just walking by and decides, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stab this kid in the chest. And they said the teen received 2 stab wounds to the chest, piercing his heart and his lungs. Rios was rushed to Lincoln Hospital where he was pronounced dead. And then it was Saturday of this weekend when officials announced Mejia was charged with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. At the time of his arrest, police said a bloody knife was recovered from his person along with a white glove. Now, it will shock perhaps 0 of you to know that this guy was a career criminal and violent recidivist. That means he gets arrested over and over and over and over with a documented history of mental health interactions with the police.
Jesus.
So, again, somebody
But
on
totally
the radar.
cool to live by himself, no background check.
What can they do? What can they do? They have to. Sometimes
he should be in jail. How about that?
I agree. I think they should hold people in prison when they're violent and they continue to violate the law. But one thing that we run into so many times is in New York, not just New York, in any city, they can't just take violent, mentally ill people and lock them up. You have to kind of wait till the crime is committed, which it seems a little insane that that's the case. All right, well, this guy's crazy. Let's wait till he stabs a 14-year-old. And that's what actually happened in this case. And they then arrested him, perp walked him. This is from Fox 5.
No, did you do it? Did you stab that innocent child? Did you do it? Before his arrest, police say he was out on the streets stabbing people at random.
Great.
According to the NYPD, just 5 days prior to allegedly killing the teen, also on East 138th Street, on the steps of the subway station there, Mejia allegedly stabbed a 38-year-old man in the arm.
We were able to quickly conclude that these 2 incidents were connected, unprovoked, and committed by the same suspect.
So just a lunatic, just wandering the streets of New York, just stabbing people at random, which obviously is very frightening. And
because it used to just be punching. It used to just be random, unprovoked punching. That's what got Rick Moranis.
I'll take the punch over just somebody walking around with a knife,
same.
stabbing people, including 14-year-old kids. Here's some of the press conference where they talked about exactly what happened here.
This is breaking news.
All right.
Boy, a child who was stabbed and killed yesterday in the Bronx. On behalf of the entire New York City Police Department, our condolences go out to the family, the friends, and the loved ones of this fine young man. You will hear in a moment from our Chief of Detectives, Joseph Kenney, and then from Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark. But I can tell you that this morning, NYPD detectives assigned to the 4-0 squad arrested Waldo Mejia, a 29-year-old male, for the murder of Caleb Rios.
All right, so they got somebody in custody. They got the guy arrested, but not before he was able to just stab some people. Just violent, mentally ill people seem to be in big populations in New York City. just wandering around waiting to shove somebody in front of the trains or stab some 14-year-old. It's a very violent individual here who should have been off the streets a long, long time ago. All right, we want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off your dispatch right now. In fact, we do have a moment or two, so let's work in some of those. We were speaking about scams earlier. Some older gentleman was scammed out of one fee after another for a fake stock trading scam. He ended up losing $106,000 of his savings. Here's BDMP talking about this.
Hey, so if you're not sure if something is a scam, go to a bank. I know Truist, PNC, Wells Fargo, they deal with these type of scams all the time, especially for their customers, and they will be honest with you. It doesn't even have to be your bank. If you don't want to talk to a friend or somebody, go to one of them. They'll be honest with you.
Not a bad idea. I think one thing you should do, you could and should do, is when you hear about these kind of things, you should Google them, search them immediately, and to try to see if anybody else is doing this, if this is a legitimate thing. If you search whatever somebody's approaching you with as a business opportunity, and it seems too good to be true, you're probably going to find a lot of headlines where people just like you got scammed. I get scam emails every single day. Every single day. One this weekend that I got, it was Netflix saying, time to update your password. And you got logos and all the text and stuff. And you click it. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to get your account information. They're trying to get your credit card number.
Yeah, because it's time to update your password. So email us the old one.
Yeah, no problem.
And then send us a new email, what you want the new one to be.
Yeah. And then they go, oh, your card on file is not working. If you don't want your Netflix to be disconnected, then you better update your credit card information.
Yeah, we'll just get all of that. And also, while we're at it, just in case, save you some time. What's your mother's maiden name?
Yeah.
And your first pet.
Man, they try to get you. They try to get you everywhere they possibly can. Here's Ozman talking about scams.
Yeah, when I was in school, our scam wasn't magazines. It was big 1 pound tubs of cookie dough. Heavily overpriced, but you always actually got the cookie dough, and it was actually pretty good. And I kind of wish that they still did that, because I would go for that. But the one that my kid's school does every year is spaghetti sauce.
Really?
I've never looked into it, but it's
new?
some like black top something or another spaghetti sauce, and there's a bunch of different flavors and this and that, and I'm like, why? Why would I pay like $12 for one single jar of spaghetti sauce?
It's so funny. It's like there's something so bizarre about schools weaponizing their little workforce of kids and sending you out to sell wrapping paper
and you get shamed if you don't sell enough.
Yeah.
If it's not the like shame of you haven't met the requirements, it is the, I don't know, silent shame of everyone else getting the cool prizes. And
or the
they're
pizza
like,
party.
All right, Sabrina, you got yourself a bouncy ball because you only sold 20 magazines.
So I mean, I didn't even really think about it very thoroughly in middle school. It was just like, oh, actually what happened was we sold magazines in my elementary school. And then I after 5th grade, I moved to public school, and my mom probably said this out loud and shouldn't have, was like, at least I won't have to sell stupid magazines anymore. And we got to middle school one day, and they're like, everybody into the gym, we have our presentation on magazine sales. Yeah. And she's like, you got to be kidding me. But those were just to raise money for the school, I think,
All of that stuff.
Which is really weird. And the school I did it for previously was a private school that cost a lot of money. Yeah. And the magazine sales was just to make more money for the school. Like, what a racket.
And that's a percentage because, I mean, in reality, the company that puts this all together is what is just swimming in all the money.
Probably,
None of these things, like, ever go back to the kids. Like, if they're going to be selling anything, why not put it towards college or a fund that they can access when they're 18?
Well, when we got to high school, at least it was part of, like, a club or some organization that you were part of, or in my case, it was marching band, and to fund everything that was, all the trips and all the bus rides and all the gear and equipment and teachers, they got a number that everybody had to, that was their fair share that they had to contribute. And so I went to a rich school. Some of the parents just wrote a check and said, "Here, I'm not having my kids sell
Bad Bunny's parents,
friggin'
Joy
candy
Fatone's
bars."
parents.
Right.
Yeah, they would do that. It would be. I think back in the day we did popcorn too. There's all sorts of things that they would have you sell
We did
at school.
Gift wrap paper. Gift wrap.
That was a
wrapping
big
paper.
one. Yeah.
And I mean, I was a Girl Scout, so cookies was the OG of it all.
It's just weird how they kind of put pressure on you too. Like if you don't sell this many,
you're dead to us.
School band is done.
But at least for that, or you're done in school band. At least for that, it was, hey, this is what you owe, but we're giving you opportunities to make that money, without just coming out of pocket. But but previously, before that, it was just like, this money's for the school. What the hell do I have to do this for? I'm just here. I am trying to get my limo ride, not even realizing the capitalism that I'm participating in at the moment.
You're in the system.
Yeah.
When we come back, jury duty, including a man arrested for the unthinkable. I teased this earlier. I'll pay it off in jury duty. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
You tell me that you love me so, you tell me that you care, but when I need you, baby, you're never there.
Has had questions on offense over the last couple of years, but they've finally gotten it right. Superstar quarterback now with a great run game, 2 great tight ends, nice wide receiver group. In an offensive league, the Bills are stacked. Buffalo has a Super Bowl roster and one that can take down Kansas City. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can get a bonus offer for $1 any size hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy 16-ounce. Not a rewards member? Now's the time to join.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just 1 visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Here's how TaxRise saved Yvonne over 99% on what she owed the IRS.
I got a letter from the IRS saying that I owe $69,000, and I had no idea what to do. That's when I contacted you guys.
Our tax professionals at TaxRise jumped into action. They helped Yvonne file her back taxes and get into compliance, but they didn't stop there. They negotiated directly with the IRS to fight for her case.
Effective immediately, the IRS has accepted. All they want in return is $100.
Thank you guys so much. I can't even explain how grateful I am.
We're so happy we got Yvonne the relief she deserved. We've helped thousands of clients find solutions to their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. To find out if you qualify for a tax relief program, call TaxRise today, 888-507-0053. For a free consultation, call 888-507-0053, 888-507-0053.
Results vary, not guaranteed, uncompensated testimonial. TaxRise is not IRS affiliated or a law firm.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
You can record a video or audio dispatch, and you can join us with that or an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Put anonymous on the top if you'd like to stay anonymous.
Rolls back, baby. Come on.
Shonda wants to email the show. You guys don't mind, do you? Right? I'm sure you're fine hearing from Shonda.
You can do it in Shonda's voice, please.
I just got scammed. I just got scammed by following a Facebook ad while shopping on Facebook Marketplace for furniture. That seems like a dicey endeavor. Shopping on Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, there are certainly some risks, but I is there an attachment to this email? Because a lot of those fake ads scream fake.
She said it appeared to be a Wayfair ad. And if you don't know, Wayfair is a huge furniture company.
Oh, with the kids in the closet.
And yeah, they used to sell kids alongside their furniture, if you believe some conspiracy folks. Later, I found out the site was actually wayfairdiscount.com. The email confirmation was sent from an Outlook email address. My bank can't help until the payment processes and it's no longer in pending status. If the deal is too good to be true, then it is. I thought it was a glitch with their pricing, and I tried to get one over on them. As it turns out, I was the one being scammed. Damn it, man, says Shonda. Wow, that sucks. It's tough, and it doesn't make you dumb. It just makes these people even worse. They get more and more clever as the days go by, and they keep coming up with more and more scams, just like that.
Nobody.
You can't, unfortunately. Right now, you can trust this. We're going to do jury duty right now.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 1-800-CALL-MO, or go to
Bless you.
JustCallMo.com.
That was
Apologies.
super rude.
I did everything I could within my power.
What are you, allergic to justice?
No, what am I supposed to? I was trying so hard to fight that. There was nothing I could do. I apologize.
By the way, those of you watching on the stream or perhaps watching later, we've got the new digs up.
Oh, look at that.
JustCallMo.com studios and the door. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm being mirrored right now. So
Yeah.
over there. Look at that door.
Looks good. That's nice. I like it. And we love our friend Mo. If you're in an accident, all you have to remember is 1-800-CALL-MO or go to JustCallMo.com. Ready to get weird? Question mark. This is a story that we can barely do.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
I'm just sharing the news with you guys. That's all I'm doing over here.
Go on.
I am amazed that this wasn't out earlier. Certainly would have been in This Week in Florida. But a man in Florida was arrested last month.
I do it every Friday.
Yeah, I know. But, we're so far away from Friday right now. I can't hold off on doing this story until then.
You might do it again Friday. Who knows?
A man in Florida was arrested last month after cops alleged he made sexual contact with a horse.
Mr. Hans, part 2.
Let me tell you something, friend. You got no idea where this is going.
I don't know. I thought.
I do.
You had it
Dylan?
already for this week.
They have obtained an arrest affidavit for a man named Donald Calloway, a 53-year-old man who was arrested of all days, the day after Christmas, Donald. The day after Christmas, you're out there.
Boxing Day?
According to the document, police say they received a call about alleged sexual activities involving an animal. Cops say an unnamed witness told them she saw a man pleasuring himself next to the head of a 28-year-old horse named Raven.
I mean, you're talking about like Godfather style?
Oh, boy. The witness also alleged the man was tapping himself against the horse's nose and claims he attempted to put it in a nostril.
Oh, good God.
Which is such a brave move. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, is the horse alive?
The horse is alive. The horse is
so
fine.
He's on some sort of like stool?
He must have, because he was way up there.
And the horse was doing... That horse could have bit it off.
The horse was probably very confused. A horse's mouth is no play. Oh, my God. Can you imagine the implications?
Have you seen what it does to a carrot?
Oh, God. Their teeth I don't know if I sound stupid saying this. I'm pretty sure they could bite a finger right off with a horse's teeth, right?
Bite all 4 fingers off.
If you had your hand out.
That's why you always go flat.
And a horse went full on, just their teeth to your hand. I feel like they might not take a finger right off your hand. I think they might just completely remove it.
Something about that horse's nostril that got this guy going?
This guy was excited by it. It said the video of this, because yes, there's video, doesn't actually show him putting anything in, but his actions and movement make it seem like he's certainly trying to.
In 2011, a 23-year-old man had his middle finger amputated after being bit by a horse.
Really?
At the 2024 Preakness Stakes, a horse bit off part of an elderly woman's middle finger. Why is it always the middle one?
Oh, my God.
She was flicking off that horse.
She was feeding carrots to a lead pony. The woman was sitting in a wheelchair, and the rider of the pony didn't ask if she was okay.
Get off.
Stone cold dude. Just munching on this old lady's fingers. And that's what this guy was putting his junk by. They said police confronted Calloway, and he said, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I haven't had any sex in the last 2 months, and maybe I was just sexually frustrated, he said. They arrested him. My God. Ooh.
This is very wrong. And
all right.
What he did, shame on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I am missing, and maybe it's a Mo list question, what was the illegal thing? Because he was just masturbating in front of the horse, or he did, in fact...
He tried to.
I hate to tell you this.
To do it.
But I do think...
He tried to pick the horse's nose.
Yes, I think the theory that there was nose action going on...
Because it's not illegal to masturbate in front of an animal.
I don't know. I don't... What? So let's say...
That sounds like a Louis C.K. kind of argument. Like,
We'll move on from this in just a moment. But let's just say for a hypothetical, if you were just next to a horse, maybe you're petting the horse's head, and you're doing this, does that still count? We can't put this on the Mo list. I can't do that. There's a lot of things I'm willing to do, but that seems too far.
That poor horse.
Yeah, it's very weird.
You could have gotten Mr. Hands.
Horses are the most aggressive animal to try to engage with in a sexual manner. There's just so much that could go wrong. You get behind a horse. If a horse kicks you with its leg,
it'll kill you.
Dunzo.
If it bucks you off.
If it bucks you off, you could die. If it bites you, they could die. Horses are absolutely massive animals.
I want you to keep this story in mind when I read the next two paragraphs.
Okay.
Just tiny paragraphs.
There's more.
First of all, horses have powerful jaws. The muscle strength of about 500 pounds per square inch, which is, in comparison to humans, is usually less than 200.
Whoa.
Wow.
So the bite strength
so you're like
there,
human, horses, gators.
Sure.
Pit bull.
The bite strength there is more than twice that of what a human usually can do. While horse bites are painful, they rarely break the skin because horses are herbivores with flat teeth.
Aww.
Instead, they pinch the skin between two flat surfaces.
So it's just like bricks just slamming it.
But have you seen that nostril?
Oh, my God. How do you get so desperate? That's so weird, folks. It's
you
just
got
bizarre.
fleshlights, you got stuff that could be shipped next day.
Find a hooker.
That.
We're living in the future. There's no need for any of this.
You could buy. Okay, never mind. You're right.
No. I mean, we could live in this world for a while and start questioning this.
There's a horse fleshlight somewhere, and you can leave a live animal alone, you sicko.
Yeah, we could flesh out all the issues in this man's life, but I don't
flesh out.
Enough time for this. Okay, quick break. When we come back, news for Dolly Parton. And people are very, very worried after hearing this. What is going on? We will find out. Oh, somebody said, just got back and heard Sean talking about laying it down on a horse.
Okay.
It's strange timing, okay? I'm sorry. This show moves,
Sean
okay?
wants to bang a horse.
No, I don't. Back with Dolly Parton's story that's coming up next in the News Junkie.
The Monsters kick off 2025 with their first big party of the new year, Saturday, January 18th at Tuffy's in Sanford. Presented by Mills Air. Get the details now at realradio.fm/events.
There's a couple of accidents to keep an eye out for. Emergency crews. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Ivanhoe Boulevard. There's an accident on Orange Blossom Trail southbound near Carter Road, blocking the right lane there. Just travel with caution, move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
If you're ready for some outdoor family fun, head to Sanford Riverwalk on Saturday, February 1st for the Touch a Truck event. Seminole County Office of Emergency Management is hosting this disaster equipment showcase for Severe Weather Awareness Week, where everyone can see and experience vehicles and equipment from agencies that respond during and after severe weather events and disasters. Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's time to touch a truck at the Sanford Riverwalk at Fort Mellon Park. Head to realradio.fm/events for more details.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hey, this is Russ Rollins. You know, Solar Source, they just keep making my life better. Pool heated, taken care of. Battery backup for power outages, that is all covered thanks to Solar Source. And now they're going to install a solar electric system to wipe out my power bill. They're awesome to work with, and it's a great company. Customer service is really awesome with Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. Call Solar Source today. The future is solar powered.
A new year comes with new hope. New optimism. It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2025. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way so you can buy with total confidence. Welcome to 2025. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. Your love. Altamont, Waterford, and Millennia.
Well, did you know most people struggle to keep their New Year's resolutions? No surprise there. Maybe they just need Future Health, the best online weight loss program backing them up. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. And Future Health couldn't be easier. Just take their quick 3-minute survey, and then if you're approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. Yeah. All for less than $3 a day. You'll get access to leading weight loss meds like GLP-1s and have Future Health's network of over 6,000 licensed physicians and pharmacies nationwide supporting you along the way. New year, new you. And all it takes is a 3-minute survey. Just visit tryfh.com. tryfh.com, tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Right now, Wawa Rewards members can enjoy any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for just $3. Choose 1, 2, or all 3. Simply open the Wawa app and redeem your bonus offer. Not a member? Download the Wawa app to join Wawa Rewards and start saving today. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
You should keep listening to this station because we throw money at you sometimes. So just listen for those keywords when you hear them and to do what they tell you to do so you can get some cash just like that. A lot of stuff being canceled in Los Angeles because of all the wildfires. They're talking about the Grammys. They're going to postpone the Grammys, I guess.
Oh, that's supposed to be this weekend?
It was supposed to be on February 2nd, which it's like quite a ways away to already cancel that.
Burned down around you. They canceled this past weekend was supposed to be the Critics' Choice Awards. I know that. And that
I get
canceled.
that. It's a huge issue. It's literally nonstop coverage in Los Angeles. The only thing that people are talking about there. So and celebrities might not want to, when their house is at risk of burning down, go appear on a Grammy telecast.
Man, we were talking to Amy Caulfield. She alluded to this a little bit, but she said like the stations there are exhausted because they're doing the same coverage that we would do here for a hurricane. But for them, that means, have they not played a commercial in days?
Oh, they might not have. I don't know. It depends. Maybe this far in, they've worked in some commercials, and because they're days and days and days and days in.
Right. Do they, and have they been there the whole time?
Oh, somebody has had to. It's been nonstop because people are tuned in droves. They want to watch this stuff. But the other thing I saw was Meghan Markle has postponed her Netflix show, which seemed less. I was like,
could this day get any worse?
Does she start making fires on one of the episodes of her Netflix show or something? Why would this be canceled?
I mean, it's all ready to go, right? I imagine this isn't live.
And Netflix, people can watch it whenever. Is anything coming out on a streamer platform seen as offensive when there's a fire going on? I don't know about that.
Chicago Fire, I imagine, would probably be
that one's okay. Yeah.
Aside from what Sabrina alluded to, there being fire-related content to something like that would seem inappropriate. If you're just thinking about numbers or hype, like if you're worried that there won't be as much buzz about it because people are too busy talking about the fires, it almost seems worse.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Release the show.
And maybe she thinks that's where the majority of her audience will be. It'll be people in Los Angeles that give a damn.
Do you think you're going to get that big of a hit in numbers?
I don't know, but they pushed it back a couple of months. Not that I'm ever going to tune into this to begin with, but I got to tell you.
Now you kind of have to.
Before we get into this Dolly Parton story, because people are super worried about Dolly Parton, last night we're relaxing, hanging out. We had gone out to do some stuff during the day, and we're just kind of getting ready for the week ahead. And Courtney goes, "Oh, look what's out!" And we saw that there was another season of the show about that. Is it Natalia Grace? They didn't know if she was a little kid or an adult. And
I saw that too, but I thought that was already kind of put to bed. Is it about somebody else?
Okay, I turned this on. I hate everybody involved with this.
Okay.
I hate everybody involved. I think you may agree if you watch the new season. The first season was super interesting because as we all watched, we didn't know if this was a child or an adult. And there were some very, very interesting and confusing things going on.
And some characters. No? Wasn't that the guy who was really dramatic?
That guy is so... It's so infuriating to watch that guy.
The guy who adopted her was so dramatic in so many of these scenes where they reenacted
Put the camera
stuff.
down here.
And he's not in it anymore. Now they've gone past the second season, which was only kind of interesting.
Oh, he was in the second season.
But the third season does not have him. It doesn't feature him at all.
Because I think it's supposed to be from her people or like her. I thought it was supposed to be her side of the story.
in this season of this Natalia Grace story, it's about she was living with the pastor and his wife, and it's about, are they taking advantage of her? And there's a Little People couple that wants to have custody of her instead, and everybody is terrible. Everybody is bad. They keep interviewing they're like, I'm executive producer of the series, and that what happened next could not have been predicted. And everybody sucks. Everybody who's part of this has their own motivations now. It's all a bunch of phony baloney nonsense. It's so bad. I hated it. The woman just likes chaos in her life, so it continues to be a thing. I would not recommend the new season.
But this is so ripe for TLC. Surprised they didn't pick it up first.
Yeah, they're talking about the money that she earned from all this crap and how she doesn't have any of the money. People stole it from her, and at first the Little People couple looks good, and you go, oh, they're sweet people, and then they start telling stories. They say, we got a problem with Natalia Grace. You see, the thing is, and she's an adult, so she's allowed to do these things, but she has incredibly loud phone sex with her boyfriend in England. And they start showing text messages from the little lady mom to Natalia Grace, and it goes, hey, glad to hear you're having fun, but you've woke me up 3 times tonight, and I'm partially deaf, so if you could just calm it in. She's, oh my God, LOL, sorry about that. And I said,
weird.
So what is happening with these people?
So they're roommates. I don't understand how you adopt that.
It's just very weird. There's something inherent in human beings. When they see a little person, they automatically think it's a kid, and they adjust themselves accordingly. So many times you're like, oh, how could they abandon it? Oh, that's right, she's 30. It's like you keep forgetting this is a grown-ass adult here in this house, and I hate everyone involved, every single person. All right, let's talk about Dolly
including
Parton. Her. Yeah, I hate her.
Not so curious anymore. Just hate the guys.
No,
she could tone down the phone sex. I mean, that's
she's annoying. She's very, very annoying, and she's part of the blame for all this stuff.
I'll set up for an interview.
Bad.
Sounds good. Got it.
All right, Dolly Parton. I love her. She's great. She's fantastic. And now the country music legend who turns 79 years old in just a matter of days.
Hey, y'all.
She'll be 79. They say her friends are very concerned about her won't stop work ethic. So Dolly Parton will not slow down. Her schedule is packed for 2025. And her friends are saying, we can't remember the last time you took a vacation. You should stop doing this. You're working yourself to the grave.
Let's go to the press about it.
Let's go to the press. Let's go
business. Leave her alone.
Tonight. Her 82-year-old husband and her, they say they're concerned. They're very overloaded. There's a huge business empire at stake here. And she manages multiple product lines such as Doggy Parton. I didn't know that was a thing. The pet accessories. She has a TV producer gig. She's got Dollywood. She's got all these things. And people are saying,
she's a very charitable woman.
Yes.
She has that new album with the Wiggles coming out.
Her schedule is full. But I say to people who go, well, slow down. You're going to work yourself to death. The opposite can be true in so many of these cases. Dolly Parton is probably just somebody who's driven to be busy and work like this. And that's
her entire life.
Yeah, as maybe why she's got so much success in her life, because she's been like this. And I cannot tell you the number of stories I've seen doing this show where somebody retired and then within 5 years, that was it. They didn't keep their minds busy. They didn't keep their schedule full. They stopped doing things.
Or they felt like no use to keep going, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, it's not the exact same, but there's a little bit of similarity to the idea that, you know, a guy, his very elderly wife dies, and then a couple years later he's gone too, or vice versa.
Because he didn't keep on working.
I think that affects people sometimes. Your brain is so powerful over the health of your body. People don't recognize that, I think, sometimes. Like
sometimes your body keeps
moving.
And your brain, I don't know how much is there.
I say let
Frankie
it work.
Valley.
Yeah, Frankie.
They got that man on strings.
Let him work. Let Frankie Valley work.
I don't see his friends on Entertainment Tonight. The man's a damn robot.
Frankie Valli is just getting pushed on a dolly, an actual dolly, out to the microphone. Here you go. Grab the mic. Sing, buddy. But you got to keep working sometimes. If you don't have a busy schedule, you will find yourself sometimes not doing quite as well health-wise. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We do have time for a couple of dispatches, and let's see what you got. Here's Sport Johnston with a dispatch about these school fundraisers we've been talking about. How this is just a weird thing. I don't know how we got started on that conversation. Oh, scams. We were talking about scams. And then it turned into how strange it was that all of us were weaponized by our schools to become little salespeople when we were little, and they'd say, sell these books, sell this wrapping paper. Here's Sport Johnson talking about it.
What up, Junkie Butt? Hey, about 30 years ago when I was in high school playing basketball, we had to sell coupon books. And each player had to sell $150 worth, and they were $10 a piece. And one weekend, me and my best friend, who was the best player on the team, I told him, I said, hey, man, let's go to the mall and try to sell these coupon books so we can make our $150. He said, I don't have to sell any. I said, why not? He said, Coach told me I didn't have to worry about it. He'd take care of it. I'm like, man, schooling was a sham right then, dude.
The good players didn't have to sell the coupon books. That's the way it goes. E-Fresh Rock says, imagine if Sean didn't do the news. Dead. Just like that. If we woke up and there was no more show, just gone. I would age very, very quickly, very rapidly, and then fall to my death here in the studio like an empty soup. Let's go to Megs talking about stabbings in Denver.
Old empty soup.
No, suit. No, suit.
Okay.
Like an empty suit. I see why you would. Yeah. Here's Megs.
Hey guys, this past Saturday in Denver, Colorado, some random dude stabbed 3 people, killing a flight attendant who was just on her stopover there. So it's not just New York where this craziness is happening.
Yeah, it's a larger problem. And it goes back to a Supreme Court decision that there was by the ACLU. And it was about a man in Florida who was being held at an institution. And they said, this guy technically could survive on his own, but he's at one of these, they used to call them asylums back in the day, but he's at like this mental health facility, and he's been there for 10 years. Does he have the right to be released? And they said, yes, an institution cannot hold somebody if they have not done anything to harm another person. And that brought about a lot of these institutions closing all over the United States of America. Very fast, we were on track to be deinstitutionalized. And now, if there's some person out on the street, I've talked about this, ad nauseum on the show. I talk about this a lot. When there's somebody on the street who's screaming to the air, who's obviously in distress, who's mentally not well, there are 2 ways to look at the world. To go, leaving him or her to be free, to scream at nothing and just wander the streets trying to survive. That is the empathetic response. Or the actual empathetic response is to get that person and apprehend them and bring them to a facility where they can get medicated and taken care of by medical health professionals and live some semblance of a normal life. People are very against just taking people off the street when you deem them mentally unwell still in this country. And until that tide turns and we go, hey, some of these people, you can see that we need to help them. We need to help them by bringing them to a place where they can get some assistance. Until we do that, you're just going to have people wandering the streets doing this stuff.
That's consistent health. Because even when you get some people the help that they need and they seem okay to go back onto the streets, if that's not maintained, it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There's something about it where they go, well, now I'm good. And, you're not good. You're just good for right now. But we have to revisit this, the whole way of thinking things. Here is, let's see, Big Al is talking about mattresses. Let's hear from him.
Good afternoon, guys. Talking about fundraisers, I just saw one today for a mattress fundraiser at Indian Trails Middle School on Tuscaloosa Road.
Mattress?
Signed by I took a picture of it, actually, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Actually, I've seen that before.
And they'll put it up later on the site or on my Facebook.
Well,
wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
That's a big margin item. They figure sell some mattresses.
Are we talking about, they're raising funds selling mattresses, or is they're trying to collect used ones?
No, raise funds selling mattresses, I believe.
I don't get the used one thing, honestly.
I'm good. Well,
neighbors will put their mattresses out sometimes, and I'll go, somebody grabbing these? Somebody grabbing a used mattress?
They're probably putting them out to throw them away. But there are people that would like used mattresses. There are people who can't afford them.
No, that was me when I first moved to Orlando, and Grandma said, I got a mattress for you, no problem. It was a Serta. And then upon delivery, I realized that she had gotten that mattress from the nursing home she was living in. Ooh. And someone most deaf died on it.
It had a little bit of history.
But I was too poor, so we just got a bunch of layered sheets and some plastic, and that was mine for quite some time.
Folks, there are very few things in your life that are absolutely worth you saving and spending more money on them. And number one on that list is your mattress. Save for as long as it takes.
Number one on that list.
Number one. You spend how many hours a day sleeping? You should be on the most comfortable mattress you could possibly find. Even if your mattress costs a couple $1,000s. Save up for a while. Have a crappy one for the time that it takes until all of a sudden you can afford the real deal mattress. You think I'm crazy here? This is excellent advice I'm giving.
Even if your mattress costs a couple $1,000s.
A good mattress costs a couple $1,000s. Yeah, a mattress that's real good, like the hotel quality.
Research, and you can get some promo codes. The one that I got was one of the in the box, and then upon opening it, it took over the entire room. I don't know how I'm going to get it out of the room eventually, but I used the promo code that I found online, and then
how much was it?
Less than $1,000.
Okay, but that's still a good mattress. We're not talking like, hey, $199 mattresses. You get what you pay for. You start getting that territory. Spend I bet your mattress costs $1,000, C-Lane. There's no way. You think I'm coming from Mr. Monopoly territory here?
It's not like what everyone can spend, though.
So a couple $1,000s on your mattress would be worth it no matter who you are. You save up the money because it's key. It gives you the good night's sleep that fires you off for the next day. I think it's important. Let us know how much your mattress costs. We'll get a little judgy over here. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll roll through those and some news from the celebrity world that is, oh boy, celebrity, somebody who has died, unfortunately.
Oh.
Do you know them? I bet you do. I bet you know who this person is. They're with us no more. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Scheduled construction has blocked all lanes where Universal Boulevard meets Destination Parkway. There's construction blocking the left lane where Bronson Highway meets Nova Road. Authorities and emergency crews are clearing up an accident here on Orange Blossom Trail southbound before Lee Road. The right lane is blocked. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Compare your quote today. It's so easy, especially with that mortgage guy, Don. If you already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's any good, wonder no more and go to thatmortgageguydawn.com. A study showed that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. So don't be a slacker. Get peace of mind, and That Mortgage Guy Don can help. So easy to compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to the website, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and That Mortgage Guy Don will tell you if it's any good. Simple as that. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
If you're drowning in unresolved tax debt, know this. The IRS can place a lien on your home, garnish your paycheck, and levy your bank account. That's catastrophe for you.
We interrupt this message to bring you some good news about your tax debt. We're TaxRise, experienced tax professionals who can help you seek relief programs and work directly with the IRS on your behalf. Find out if you qualify with a free consultation. 888-775-9088. Eric from South Carolina owed over $74,000. We helped reduce it to $798. Troy, a disabled veteran, owed over $142,000 and settled at $500. We've helped thousands of clients with their tax problems, and we're ready to help you. So take the drama out of your tax debt and rise above your situation. With TaxRise. For your free consultation, call 888-775-9088. 888-775-9088.
Results vary, not guaranteed. Client names changed. TaxRise is not IRS affiliated or a law firm.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monsters.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with a peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more.
Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. Join me and former NFL quarterback Matt Castle for our new podcast, Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle. Between us, we have over 17,500 passing yards, multiple New York Times bestsellers, and 1 Mirrorball trophy from Dancing with the Stars. So where else are you going to find a show with that much athleticism and football insight? Listen to Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app and search Lots to Say with Bobby Bones and Matt Castle and start listening.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
It's super easy to do, honestly. Maybe too easy. But we'll hear your commentary on the world by going into the newsjunkie.com and seeing which dispatches you have for us in just a bit. I learned during the break that our mattress was even more than I thought.
Oh, I learned that mine was less.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although there's a lot of people on the texting service that are on your side about the spend here.
I think a lot of things are a waste of money in our life, and a lot of things we spend more than we should, and we pay for brands and stupid stuff like that. And I think a mattress is one where you actually should splurge. I think you should spend more money, get something really nice.
That's going to last a while.
That will last a long time, and that there's a market difference between a very cheap mattress that you get like this crazy deal on for a couple $100 and a mattress that's a couple $1,000s. There's a big, big difference in that world.
What do you got? What's your brand?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Mine's a Puffy.
It's nice. I think we might.
No, your mattress.
I don't know. I don't know if we got it.
To be?
It could be anything.
I don't know if we got it after we went to a hotel, or I don't know what it was, but we ended up going
I want
somewhere.
the Marriott one.
And Courtney goes, "This is the good one," and I go, "Geez, that's pricey." And she was right. She's absolutely right about that, because otherwise you'd think every single night, damn, I could have a bed that's more comfortable than this. And our mattress
can't
is
steal it from the
super
hotel.
You can't, unfortunately. Too many barriers to entry.
If you try, even it's bold.
Somebody
says,
Spiker.
Go ahead.
Says when you
Gabe
sleep in a
said gay
hotel,
head.
just imagine how many people have been on it before you, doing all sorts of acts. Sometimes you just got to not think about things. Yeah, I guess so. Just use mattresses, not for me necessarily. What were you saying, Thielen?
Somebody said as big as C-Lane is, he needs the good bed. First of all, screw you, and second of all, you're 100% right. But we got something from Overstock, and Ashley says the no-name brand doesn't exist anymore. But our mattress came rolled up in a box, like one of those vacuum sealed ones that you have to. You cut the corner and you hear.
Yeah.
I like those.
And
That's
if you
cool.
don't have it perfectly positioned, you're in for some real trouble.
$481.90.
That's not bad for a California
I
king.
love our match. It's not a regular king.
How much was it supposed to be, though? Because you're getting it on Overstock.
I don't know.
It was probably like $1,000, and you're just getting a killer deal on it. That's smart. Do that. But if it comes down to like, nah, I'm going to save money, even though this one's not as comfortable, I'm going to get this instead. I think you're nuts. I think you're nuts if you do that. Spend more. Big Doug Millionaire says, my bed was $74,000. Woof. There you go. All right. Melissa says, a bad mattress was the straw that broke the camel's back and ended my terrible marriage. It can come down to that. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Unfortunate news here. Sam Moore, who you may better know from being half of the soul duo Sam and Dave, has died at the age of 89. And they set the standard for soul music in the 1960s. He was 89 years old, died in Coral Gables due to complications from an unspecified surgery. And he was called one of America's greatest soul voices by Bruce Springsteen.
Man, when's the last time you heard from him, though? Was he was he doing
Springsteen?
No, the man
Sam?
who just passed away. Like he was doing proper retirement.
When I say Sam and Dave, do you know any music by them? Or do you know?
Dave, it's me.
Soul Man.
You know him, yeah. You know.
Oh yeah, okay.
Soul Man.
Soul Man.
Yeah, and they got more than that too. They have a bunch of songs like that where you don't necessarily, if you're younger than a certain age, know them by Sam and Dave, but you know them as songs that are on movie soundtracks, songs that your parents maybe listened to. And they were very, very big back in the day. Let's see here. There is a bunch to get to on the dispatch front, but before we do that, this is the lowest of the low. When I see this kind of stuff, I just go, what? How do you sleep at night when you do stuff like this? But
on a
KTLA,
$480 mattress.
I hope so. KTLA in California, They have a story about a man who was impersonating a firefighter in the middle of these wildfires in California.
I'm a firefighter.
So that he could burglarize these homes in Malibu.
I'm a burglar. Nice.
So he would go out there, and let's hear from the sheriff talking about this guy and what he did.
More arrests overnight, bringing our total to approximately, I'm going to say approximately because we're still trying to reconcile numbers, about 29, 25 in the Eaton Fire area and 4 in the Palisades area.
By the way, that includes this person that they arrested with the blowtorch, who was, according to the people in this neighborhood, lighting fires. This person is in this country illegally, according to some of the early reports on his identification, and has been arrested over and over and over and over again, just cycled back out into the wild. And now is out there lighting fires when, we've got a bunch of these fires already burning in California. That's a little frustrating, to say the least. He's amongst the people arrested.
I'm going to guess that Chief McDonald may talk about this, but when I was out there in the Malibu area, I saw a gentleman that looked like a firefighter, and I asked him if he was okay because he was sitting down. I didn't realize we had him in handcuffs. We were turning him over to LAPD because he was dressed like a fireman, and he was not. He just got caught burglarizing a home.
Jesus.
So those are issues that our frontline deputies and police officers are dealing with.
That's unbelievable that people will stoop so low as to do that stuff. And I get it's attractive. You go, well, there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of houses, and they're loaded up with stuff. And all I have to do is just go in there and pretend I'm a firefighter. That makes you a pretty terrible person. Let's see what we got. Oh, we didn't talk about this in the next episode. Oh, did we talk about we talked about the Moana lawsuit?
Yeah.
You did bring that up. Yeah,
Just
the
didn't dive
Buck
too
thing.
deep into it, but go on.
I was trying to find the script for the movie Bucky that they said was completely ripped off by Moana. And they said that this guy, he tried to sue when Moana 1 came out.
Yeah, in 2022.
But he was too late. They said, you're too late to sue. So he's been sitting there waiting with bated breath. And then they released Moana 2 and he goes, and then he goes for a lawsuit to sue Disney for $10 billion. That's how much he's looking for.
Big chunk of change.
Do we know what the record lawsuit is?
That's a big one right
It's going to be up there.
As far as like what has been won or what's proposed. Because, I mean, this is a lot of money. Disney could just very well settle it for a lot less, I guess, but still in the millions of dollars just to get this over with. But
well, I was going to say they won't, but maybe the guy has a case. I don't know. Maybe there is some legitimacy to this thing.
Bucky, it does not scream Polynesian name to me, but
he says
I'm not Polynesian, so I don't know.
The screenplay for Bucky was copyrighted in 2003, which takes place in a Polynesian village. It tells the story of a headstrong teenager. Check. It's kind of like Moana, like a young, growing girl, teenager in this case, on a journey to break a curse, meeting spirit animals along the way, and also comes across a magical demigod with a signature hook. So he says, I have been robbed by these people. And I don't know. Disney's a big behemoth of a company to go up against. So good luck, sir. Good luck on that one.
Oh, the biggest settlement agreement was Big Tobacco.
Was it? How much was that?
$206 billion.
Oh, my God. Damn. And they had to fund all the stuff that was running against them then. The truth stuff. Which, how frustrating must that be? The settlement is you have to fund something that's going to crap all over your business, and you're the one footing the bill for that. That is tough. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. That's what we're going to do right now. And when we come back, we're going to do the stories that didn't make the cut. We'll do Today I Learned, and we'll do your final dispatches. All of that to wrap things up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you guys ever heard of tonsil stones? Also called tonsillitis. Jack, I'm getting this right.
Are you?
I am. Tonsillitis. Oh, God. I think it's tonsillitis. God.
You are the gift that keeps on giving.
Is it tonsillitis?
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. For today, look for generally overcast skies, although we'll see some breaks of sun. High temperature near 70 in Orlando. Closer to 50, though, if you're heading up to Gainesville. That's because we'll have some showers there developing. Rain, which here will hold off until after dark. But between, say, 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., we'll catch a couple of downpours around Orlando, associated with a slightly cooler day tomorrow, with highs only reaching the low 60s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Now's the time to shop limited-time doorbuster deals during Lowe's Pro Savings Days. Save $50 on a Little Giant King Combo 6-foot ladder. Was $199, now $149. Doorbusters valid 113 to 115. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Folks, there are a lot of companies out there, unfortunately, that, just like the scams we've been talking about today on the show, will try to take advantage of you. It's because you don't know how all this stuff works. I don't expect you as a homeowner to know how your air conditioning works from top to bottom, how an HVAC should be operating, what's the number where it would be too high, your power bill would be a sign that something is broken. That's why you have to find people that you actually can trust. And Mills Air is that company. You're going to love working with them. They have preventative maintenance, which is one of the best things you could do as a homeowner, because ACs can be expensive. So if you have somebody come out every 6 months or so, just look at your AC up and down, make sure nothing's going wrong. Small problems can lead to big problems. They can help you out there with their great techs at Mills Air. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and that means they can get you huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Well, did you know that Future Health offers affordable weight loss meds for less than $3 a day? That's right. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest, and you can discover a new you in the new year. And all you need to do is take a quick 3-minute survey. Go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. You can get started right there. And if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. I mean, you'll be connected with qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s. And with Future Health's network of over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide, you'll feel support every step of the way. So go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. That's TRYFH.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 7th to the 19th at Osceola Heritage Park. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 4,500 vehicles up for auction. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
As the wildfires continue to impact Los Angeles, families are facing unimaginable loss. And when disaster strikes, we come together. That's why iHeartLA has teamed up to help support the Dream Center, a local LA organization working tirelessly to provide relief, from operating shelters to supplying essentials to those who've lost everything. So please, join us in supporting the Dream Center's efforts to help rebuild the lives of thousands who have been affected by these devastating fires. Visit dreamcenter.org today to donate. That's dreamcenter.org.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Sorry for the shorter show today. Those of you who missed the first hour, we had a mandatory meeting over at iHeart. So
we'll give you a nice long one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do all 4 hours tomorrow.
Yeah,
every single required hour will be delivered tomorrow for you. But thanks for hanging out no matter where you are listening to the show today. Hello to our friends in West Palm, our friends in Rochester, and, of course, in Albany. Everybody who's on board with us, we love you. We appreciate you. I have bad news. I hate to do this. All right, Dunkin' Donuts ran out of donuts. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just
that is a prank. That is a funny joke, Sean.
It's the real thing. Dunkin' dropped the donuts from its brand name years ago, and now in Nebraska, New Mexico, and some other states, it doesn't have any donuts on the shelves either.
So what you got there?
All they have is the holes. There are only holes at this place, which Jerry Seinfeld exploding somewhere as a result of this news.
What's the deal with them?
They said due to a manufacturing error, they only had munchkins or donut holes. And they tell the story of Tyler R., who stopped by a Dunkin' in West Omaha early Friday after an overnight shift as a phlebotomist, seeking coffee and a chocolate cake donut. What? No donuts, she exclaimed. That is tragic.
This has got to be huge for any place that, call me crazy, makes their own donuts. Does Dunkin' not make donuts at all?
I thought they did.
They do. They have regional facilities where they make all the donuts and then they ship them out, that day.
And that's where the guy says time to make the donuts?
Yes, that's the actual place where.
Why don't you take all the holes and mash them together to make a donut?
I know this is
scientist.
Not popular, but I'm not into donuts at all. Just in the slightest.
Crazy guy.
I'm not tempted by them. It doesn't. Cookies. I'm getting old, and cookies are becoming more attractive. I don't know why this is happening. I'm dreaming of cookies these days. It's bad. It's probably why I'm still at 206. Still got to work it down.
I mean, Donuts would be just as bad, I imagine.
Donuts are worse, probably, but I don't like them. I don't. It's not. It's like if I wanted a dessert, that's not where I'm going. I'm not headed that direction. All right, let's do the. Oh, we're running out of time here.
All right.
We're going to do the stories that did make the cut. That's what we're going to do right now, and let's see what's in that. We did that story. The NFL playoffs are coming down to a quarterback showdown for the ages, they say. Who's going to be top dog, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? I know I have my favorite.
Who
but
is
I can't
it?
tell you right now because we got to go. It's time to get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, January 13th, 2025. Today I learned this guy right here.
Jimmy Buffett.
That's right, Mr. Jimmy Buffett himself, king of Margaritaville. Jimmy Buffett, a wildly talented man and just beloved by his legion of parrot heads. Oh, I did this one on Friday, didn't I?
I was going to say.
Yeah.
What was the fun fact?
It was that he saved Colin Jost's life of SNL fame. Yeah.
He also got shot at, in that plane.
It was at the Jamaica Mistake-a?
That was the reason for that song. Yeah, Jamaica Mistake-a.
Yeah,
he also was killed by a dinosaur.
That's not true.
Jurassic World.
No, it is true. He was. He has the shortest scene, and he's just got that. Doesn't he have a margarita in his hand?
He does, yes.
At your house.
Oh, what a guy. What a life he lived. Today, learn many American football stadiums have sniper nests built into them for SWAT team members during games and events, and not just the high-profile ones. You'd be surprised. And finally, today I learned this guy right here.
Me know that it's real.
Mentioned him earlier.
Frankie Valli.
That's right. Frankie Valli is correct.
And he's a robot.
This was him in his prime. Frankie Valli, that guy in the Four Seasons. Really amazing, but wouldn't have happened without the one, the only, Joe Pesci. He was partially responsible for these guys meeting each other and starting a group together to create this fantastic song. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you